sex on the first date, does it make a woman cheap or lose?
Why is it the woman that's being seen as the whole? Women control or give the access to sex. So when the woman, on the first date, you try to see how far you can go, and she's as human as you. As much as you want it that time, at that time she wants it as well. Women control themselves so much. That's why smashing on the first date is a big thing.
So I think as a man, if you are meeting a girl for the first time and you're thinking of smashing on that day, something wrong with you.
All right, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step, and we are very happy that you've decided to take that step with us this evening, this Friday night, this very, very wet, rainy Friday night on the Black Table. As usual on the Black Table every Friday night, we are the people who, come before you ready to talk about those very hard and difficult conversations. We will not be holding back on any of it. And tonight, it's not going to be any different because we've got a bit of controversies here and there that we'll be tossing around. But before I get into it, I'm going to be introducing the gentlemen that are part of the show this evening. Of course, I'm going to be introducing the man to my left, who is running away from us for a while because he's gone around, making some money. We know him as an MC, amongst other things. In fact, I'm starting to think that he works with the DSS, but I'm not sure yet. But
Highly likely.
I take that back if that's offensive.
No, it's not even offensive.
But it's because I've seen him in certain corners, so there's a big question mark.
Corner?
Yes, Mr. Babajide Guerrero, welcome back.
Thank
Can
you.
I shake your hand?
Yes, you can.
All right,
yes,
welcome.
Yes,
it's nice
yes.
to see you.
It's nice to see you. I have no idea why Rich Uncle is saying, I don't know, but I don't know why Gang is also making face at the back because I can see him at the back. Good evening, world. Good evening. Good evening, world.
You see when I say
How can you see
DSS?
him behind you?
Good evening, world. Every time I come on this show, I struggle intentionally with making heaven. Is it that the things, most of the things that I said, guys, they will censor the show if I thought they hear the things we say behind the camera, but it's okay. It's good to be back on the show, guys. It's good to be back on the
What was
grind.
your drink?
It's not drink, it's water.
Why?
Water. Water. I have no. This I have. You see what I'm talking about, guys? I am back on the show. I'm
but
back
we don't
and
drink
better.
water here,
It's
though.
good to see guys. It's good to see Gang. It's good to see Olamide.
You sound nervous.
Maybe
bro.
not good to see. Not so
We'll
good to see.
we'll get to it. Yes, well,
You
it's
sound
okay.
nervous.
But
You sound
welcome
nervous.
back.
Welcome
But
back.
you see the thing. Welcome back, world. How you guys doing?
And I haven't
But
said
it's good to be back. Please don't say anything. It's good to be back on the grind.
All right. Since you've done all of that, I don't know why you're nervous, but it's fine. Rich Uncle, we can cheers to that because here on the table, we the
I
men,
will touch you today.
we the men, we take the libation of the gods. But it's fine. We understand if you're
So
dieting.
what water is that? Mountain water or Fiji water or tap
It's water. It's just water. It's water from the spring of source of life.
Okay, fantastic. All right, I guess there's no need to introduce Spring of Life. That's a
Spring
question
of
mark.
life. I will do that experience this early. It's going to be interesting. Spring of life.
Anyways, to my
Well,
right,
Spring
obviously,
of Life.
it is
God.
the rich uncle, the man who gets us in trouble all the time, but we appreciate it.
But why would you want
nevertheless.
it? We're getting new scapegoat today, bro.
And of course, by the bar is the wise one, the mayor of Agungi, the man.
Most faithful man in Lagos.
The man
Always
behind
had that
men without the oil.
Wait,
What?
the man behind there without the oil.
Oh, man.
part. God, I beg.
Okay, I was going to say something nice, but you
I'm behind you guys now.
No, you're not behind me. No.
You should be. You're drinking only water. Why are you worried?
Okay, you know what? I have to stop this now and talk about the main topic for this evening.
Let's go.
So this conversation started when myself and a few people were talking about how men we seem to be trapped in that system whereby we are biologically programmed to want to spread our seeds. And it brought back some memories and also some experiences, and the long and short is that, you know what, let's talk about this thing on the Black Table tonight. Are men biologically programmed to want to spread their seeds? Are we victims of our own, physiology? You're thinking.
No, I'm not thinking.
Don't worry,
Do not
don't
come
think,
to me on
don't
this
think.
table.
We'll go on a break.
Yes.
When we get back, all your thoughts, everything, we'll pour it out. But before that, we'll take our first quick fire right after this break. All right, welcome back. It's the Black Table, and we are live on TikTok right now. Last week, Rich Uncle was the person that we used as our focus for the. But today it's me. I'm sorry. Whatever I say, I am a victim of my physiology. Yes, our main topic tonight still remains: are men biologically programmed to want to spread their seeds? However you want to define it, it's fine. But that's what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into the main conversation for tonight, guys, let's also talk about what is happening in our Nigeria space. A lot of us do a lot of traveling, moving around, and all of that. I know you just arrived from outside the country. Welcome, sir. What did you bring back?
I brought Alafia. I brought myself, and I'm doing my best. I brought myself.
Okay.
Yes, I brought myself.
Welcome back. And of course, Rich Uncle too does a lot of traveling. And myself and Guy, we do travel. We move around a lot.
We travel at night.
However, I'm sure you guys have seen, what's going around in the news about
very soon they're going to be. You hear things like
being,
Rich Uncle used to travel
100%.
No, so, he used to travel.
Everybody night bus.
As in,
yes,
so that's
yes,
night bus.
I do think that we're in trouble, though.
Yeah.
You get there in the morning.
We're in trouble. I mean, there was this time I did something, and I thought it was a joke, but now that Rich Uncle jokingly said it, it's now dawning on me that I've been doing this thing he said for a long time. So there was this particular road show I did for a particular company in 2016, 2017. I was going by night bus, and I was loving it. But then
you get there in the morning.
Our folks keep saying, "Oh, it's so dangerous, it's this and that." But
yes,
the way it's looking like the way, because right now these fares are hitting the hikes is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
100% increment.
Yeah.
So that means if you used to board for 180 or maybe 80,000, it's now 180.
We did
about 180,
180
It's now 280 now.
ish.
Ish to and fro to
You don't even feel
from Lagos
school fees
Abuja.
anymore.
So now we're talking about 360 to go. So, okay.
Yeah, you can't. It's ridiculous. And the truth is, I've come to realize, I don't know if it's just me, but most of the time, whenever things goes high in Nigeria, it doesn't come back down.
It never comes down.
It's rare.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's just simple economics now.
It doesn't come. They won't say, okay, maybe there was a particular spike somewhere, and now it goes up. It should automatically come down. But it doesn't come down.
Everybody adjusts.
It almost seems like, and I've said this before, like that's the aim or the goal for some increments. As in, they take it so high that when they come down a little, you think they're doing you a favor.
Remember when the airfares were increased initially, some time back? It took a bit of adjusting. People were not booking air flights anymore, and a lot of times you see just a few passengers.
But let me tell you how bad. Let me tell you how bad it is. Let me tell you how bad it is. When I took one of my jobs in Lagos about 8 years ago, I was spending. My family was in Abuja, so I was spending 30,000 to fly to Abuja and come back to Lagos. So just imagine 8 years ago, 30,000 to fly to Abuja and back. Now I will be spending up to 400,000 naira. With this increase, to fly to Abuja and back. Just look at the economics.
So Rich Uncle says
and
night
and see how
option?
See how bad it is.
Maybe cheaper, but is that a safer option?
Now, but they are alive, they talk safer option. But, no, but seriously now. Okay, so I went to Abuja like 2 or 3 weeks ago with my wife, and that entire trip costs about 480,000. So you are saying now that airfare will be like
close to $1 million.
Or close to,
it's close to $1 million.
Right, boss.
It's close to $1 million, and it's going to affect
But the
everything.
problem with the night bus is that the roads are not safe.
Yeah.
You get there in the morning.
Guys, whoever is watching this, please don't follow.
Night bus.
Please don't follow Rich
Take
Uncle's idea. Sleep active.
Wake up in Abuja Kone now. And when you wake up elsewhere, it's okay. It's okay.
But I do think it affects everything.
No,
really.
let's be realistic.
Yeah.
So if you're going to fly one way for like
400.
400K,
Yeah.
What are you going to do there?
Most
it
of the
must,
planes.
It must make a lot of
Yes,
sense.
most of the planes now will
It
be
must
going
make a lot of
empty.
sense.
Yeah.
They can't go, whenever the plane is still, they say, full passenger aboard.
Now, so
It's
I think,
never going to
so
happen now.
I think what's going to happen, it will just be one flight out of Lagos and one flight back.
Yeah, because that's the reality
But I
now.
don't see. Let me tell you what's going to happen.
You know why I'm laughing? Because when I discussed this with someone earlier, he said Benin Airlines.
But
Benin Airways, people just flying in the afternoon. Love it.
So they
Have to go collect that power behind, Baba.
But let's be honest, it's a lot of money. And I
It is a lot of
I always
money,
say this,
actually.
that pricing in Nigeria is always amazing for me because you could fly almost anywhere within Europe for like $110, $120. And some of them are more than 1 hour flights. So Lagos to Abuja is 1 hour.
Yes, no.
Yes, it is.
That's almost $200 and something.
And you know how sad this is?
That's like $250.
Just
Come
about
on.
3 years ago, gang, I think we went to Abuja together, and it was less than 80,000 return flight.
now, let me tell you what's happening now. Because now that we're seeing that the hikes might get to as high as 400,000 or 400 or $500,000, by the time airlines start running discounts and say, "Oh, come and take 250, 300,"
It sounds like a deal.
it sounds like a deal.
Yeah, when it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
Sounds like a
I
deal.
also think I don't know, do we owe it to these airlines for proper explanation? Do they owe it to the consumers or the clients? Because sometimes some people now book flights ahead. And then the fact that they will get a mail and that says, you know what, okay, that money that you paid is all gone
No,
for
I
that
don't think
particular
that can happen. Once you paid, you paid.
Yeah, but I'm only saying, like, do we deserve, like, an explanation? I mean,
Of
you
course.
owe it to the people to say, you know what? I mean, you just gave a very good example. 1 hour within Europe, less $200.
€120 at the max.
400K, 400,000 naira is some people's salary. It's more than some people's.
Some people,
A lot of people, I beg your
a lot
pardon.
of rich people.
Exactly, a lot of rich
To
people.
be specific.
Exactly, a lot of
400K.
rich people. It's a lot of money. So if you want to fly and say, you know
100K a
what,
week.
maybe, man,
20K a day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money,
No,
bro.
I mean, so
It's a
I
lot
don't
of
know,
money.
but it's unless if there's an hike in the fuel, air fuel or whatever it is they use, it's the same flight. It shouldn't be this expensive. Living
But
shouldn't be hard.
So the thing about this is it still all boils down to lack of infrastructure. Because if we have infrastructure in this country, the safest way from Lagos to Abuja should not be by air. You should be able to go by train, couch, like different things.
Yeah, multiple
But
options.
that's the only option you have now. And then
It's
jack
high,
up the
man.
price.
It's high.
400.
Low far, man.
I really don't have anything I'm going to do in Abuja. So just Singapore.
What about Lagos to maybe
Shop has closed.
Ibadan or Lagos to
Train.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Train.
those are
Train.
the things.
Drive.
What?
Fill your tank.
I think
Fill your tank, 60K. Are you joking?
Way better than Lagos to Ibadan by air.
No, but Lagos
the
to
thing is
Ibadan-
this, it's
So,
about time
do
that we
people
need to
fly
start
Lagos to Ibadan,
exploring.
though?
Yeah, they do.
Some people do
do
that.
that. People do that.
It's
I've done it
exactly.
before.
I've done
Lagos
it.
to
Maybe
Ibadan.
time.
I've done it as
Maybe
well.
time. Maybe because of time. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I've done it
time?
before. I've done it before.
You'll be
because-
surprised, though, rich uncle.
Okay, let me not say
Before the plane,
what.
Wait, so Lagos to Ibadan, that's less than 45 minutes.
Yes.
Yes, it's
So
actually 15, 20 minutes.
So before the plane even attains balance,
There's
they come down
levels,
again.
there's levels. All right,
God, I
since
beg,
we're
God,
talking
I
about
beg,
levels, I want us to take our
eh.
second quick fire because we've
So
got
you fly
quite-
Lagos to Ibadan.
I did it
That's
bad
why
on
he has
Lagos.
money.
No, but
He just he's using this job to coach. He has serious money.
I did it bad on Lagos.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was on a Friday. Redeem were doing their church stuff. I had to be out of town, so it was more convenient
No,
for
but
me.
hold on. So like before the plane even say,
Yeah,
like,
because
I like
it's
guess
up and
weird,
down.
bro.
And guess how much it was?
How much?
15K.
That was then.
That
Anyways,
was 2013.
Our next quick fire, I need you guys to tell me your thoughts on this. So, Renault Mockery unveils 20 characteristics of an ideal wife material. And the
Renault,
thing
here
is
we
this,
go.
the reason why I want us to look at this and talk
Uncle
about
Renault.
it is that we're all married men on the show this evening. We have
don't
some
know about
married.
him, though.
Who?
We don't know about him.
No, he's confessed now. He's confessed now.
He don't go.
He's not confessed now. He's
Renault
married now.
Mockery 20 traits. 20 traits.
I don't like ambiguity.
20 traits.
Is he married?
He's
20
married.
traits.
As at the last show, he was not.
20 traits.
No. As of the last year, he was.
No.
Guerrero.
He's not married again.
Ask him now. Are you a married man?
Okay, are you a married man? Okay, sorry.
That's the
moving
answer.
on.
That's
Moving
the
on.
answer.
We've gotten our answer. So it says 20 characteristics of an ideal wife material, and I just want us to quickly rush through it and then talk about it. The first one: she is godly, not necessarily religious. She has morals. Number 2, you have tried to have intercourse with her and she always refuses, even if you offer her money.
That's a lie.
Number 3,
That's like a
you
lie.
know her HIV status and have a blood type compatibility. Okay? You know the income source behind every expensive item she has. She's lovely, not sexy. She is physically attractive to you, as in she is your spec. She shares the same fate as you. Marriage outside your religion proves you do not believe your beliefs. Okay. She gives you love, not romance. She had never asked you to support her parents or siblings financially. She does not need you for finance or anything else. She is with you because she wants you. You can argue with her without arguments becoming a fight. She has high relevance and is not high maintenance. She has her own independent, legal, and providable source of income. She is submissive without being docile. A relationship does not break when you are broke. Oh, I like that. Human hair weave on is not our most expensive asset. Wisdom. Yeah,
That's wisdom, actually.
I think that one. She encourages you to save instead of taking her out to eat all the time. She is not insecure and does not check your phone if she has issues. She confronts you directly. I love that. She makes an effort to get along with your mother. She knows how to pray, play, slay, and stay. Okay, yeah, interesting. There's some that I feel as, question marks here and there, but what are your thoughts on all the things I've just read out?
I said it in the group chat. I think half of that list is.
So now get group chat.
I just the year.
Because I don't did it.
I know the year now. So they get group chat. So there have been plannings behind us. Would I continue, please?
Femi,
Group
you're in
chat.
that group chat.
I don't know what you're talking
Me,
about.
I'm not in that group chat. Please continue.
Because
you're not there.
You said now.
It's
I
for-
don't reach out to
It's for what?
group chat.
So godly people.
Exactly. Remember. He said.
It's for godly people.
He said number 20. No.
It's pray, slay, and stay.
Yeah, she is not insecure and does not check your phone.
don't
If she
know.
has issues, she will confront you directly.
I don't
I've
know
said that
about-
one,
so
yeah.
just for
This
the-
should be like the 20
Just for the
commandments
records, I
of
don't know about the
marriage.
group chat.
Listen, I said half of that list makes sense. The other half is subjective to his own personal.
True.
I kind
stuff
of agree
like
with
that.
about
I was gonna say.
17 out of the 20.
I was going to
Really?
say.
Yeah,
Up to
I-
17.
I think it's
Yeah,
comment.
I kind
I
of
think
agree with
sometimes
17 out of 20.
Reno sometimes crosses the divide. Yeah, it's hard to love him. It's harder to hate him. Sometimes he says some really cool stuff. For example, this actually list is maybe just like Gang said. Some of them is real.
Yeah.
Some is personal. How can you
Most
tell
of
me
them,
that if I'm involved with somebody, I should not help the mother?
Have you been helping mothers?
Why wouldn't I be the mother of my wife?
Wait.
I know-
There's a
that's-
difference right
that's-
there.
Are you
hold on,
married?
no,
No, wait, I'm confused. Like,
Okay, guys, please hold on.
Why you do rush? Why you do rush? Why you do rush?
Viewers at home.
So,
Every time I come on
Are
this
you
table,
married?
this gentleman always drag me by
no,
my
we're not
ears.
dragging you. No, but seriously.
Every time.
So, from what you just said now,
Yes.
you've helped the mother of your wife.
No, I'm not saying that's what I did. I'm saying there's
Are
nothing
you
wrong
saying
in
you're
doing.
not married?
Oh, can I just share my thoughts on this matter?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
good.
okay.
I do think for a fact, and this is just me speaking that as me, right? I think
But
that
you know, if I was
sometimes
your
when
wife, I'm disappointed though. I'm just saying.
in me not helping my mother.
No, not saying here that you can't help her mother.
No, I never said I can't help him. I'm saying you should help the mother. I mean, because in
Yeah,
local
but
parlance,
that's what he's saying.
that you should help.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
awesome.
what he's
That's
saying.
good. I thought he said he can't help. Oh, I
says-
didn't get that.
She makes an effort to get along with your mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
that's
yeah.
great. I think there was one he said about is it when human hair shouldn't be the most expensive asset.
Yeah.
I think that's really true.
I
think
like that
That's
too.
about worth. The Priestley. There's a particular one that it should be universal on this table about we disagreeing on it. Can I just take a look at
Okay,
it?
yeah. You should
You
go
guys
through it.
continue. Yeah, you guys should continue talking. I'm coming. Because I know I'll find
You're going to say
something.
some few things.
Yeah, sometimes the way life works, you understand, in terms of beliefs, religion.
Again, go on. There's something we should also correct, guys. I think, do you know a lot of Nigerian women do not know that when they say you are sexy, it's actually abusive. It's actually insultive. Yeah, so that's why I like this one. He
never
said,
knew
yes,
that.
I'll explain. Jesse number 5. I see Jesse number 5 because I've come from a football thing. So 5, he says she's lovely, not sexy. And half the time, when ladies here, this is for you. when ladies say when a man tell them, "Oh, you're sexy," I do think for the life of me, it creeps me out when I see gentlemen or men when approach a woman, the first thing they say you are sexy. Number one, because all you're telling me is that you're just seeing the woman as an adornment for sex. That's all.
Welcome back, sir.
I think there's more. I think there's more to a woman.
Yeah,
You can applaud her
saying-
brains, you can applaud her beauty. Some may not even be fine, but they have this aura. I mean, they have this way they carry themselves. So I think I agree with that. She's lovely, but not sexy.
Let me can I attack him?
Yes, go attack.
Oh, attack.
That's
Wow.
what you guys have been doing
Listen,
since. Wow. It's fine.
And
Can you
not-
imagine what food are coming? Go ahead, sir.
A lot of men are fed by what they see.
Fact.
If I meet a
Women
woman
by
for,
what they hear, though.
yeah?
Women by what they hear.
So if I
Go.
meet a lady for the very first time,
Yeah.
I do not know your character. I
Yeah.
do not know anything about
But
you.
you're saying that she's beautiful.
Yes, but I am seeing that she's beautiful based on how she's dressed or how she presents herself. She exudes something that makes me want to have sex with her.
Yeah.
That's almost the first step with any man when he meets a
Physical
woman.
attraction.
You understand?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
but-
physical attraction.
but-
That is where the sex
Sexy
comes
coming-
to mind.
Yeah, but
so
I
you are
agree.
sexy in
Yes.
terms of I like what you look like
Yes,
physically
I
and
agree.
how you are appealing to me
And I would
physically.
like to.
Yes.
And I would like to down the line
Exactly.
have sex with you.
Yes, eventually.
Before you now friend zone me
Yeah.
or other things happen.
Yes. Yeah, but indeed,
me.
which I agree with. But indeed and in truth, I do think for a fact that when you look at a woman, and I think first of all, women want to be celebrated, not objectified as sex materials. Yes, they may look good.
True.
Yes, they may open the old stuff. But I think it's in the prerogative or in the discretion of a gentleman to say, you know what, I think you look stunning. I think there are better ways to tell a woman that I want
Yes,
to
no, yeah,
than
there are
saying
better
that.
ways to tell a woman that, but check this out.
Like
be honest
how?
with yourself. If you meet
Oh,
a
there are
very,
many ways.
check this
Like,
out.
oh, I got a place in
If you meet
banana.
a
No.
very
Not that one.
Guerrero,
Yes,
You
sir.
wanna come over?
Guerrero,
Yes, talk to me, sir.
you meet a very unattractive woman, and permit me to use the word
Unattractive.
ugly.
Yes, yes.
Ugly, unattractive, not looking well.
Yes.
Not, do you understand?
What do you say?
She's off-putting to you 100%.
True.
There's nothing attractive about her. How do you deal with that situation?
We'll go to that particular eternal
Beauty is in the
word
eyes of the...
You
that
know what-
says
you know what
the
the-
beauty is the end of the beholder. So you have to behold that beauty.
Since we are talking about sex and how men perceive certain things about sex, especially women,
You just
our
want us to
next
dive
quick
into.
fire. Yes, we need to dive into this one. We will swim
Think we have
inside
time,
it.
yes.
This one, sex on the first date, does it make a woman cheap or loose? Rich uncle, you haven't said so much.
Yes,
tonight.
exactly. Rich
So
uncle,
we need
rich
to
uncle,
ask
rich uncle.
Does
You
it
have a wealth of
Does
experience.
it make a woman cheap or lose?
Let's go.
What?
I said what?
Let me rephrase on behalf of
Sex.
Olamide. Sex,
on
mansion.
the first
On
date.
the very first date that you meet a woman,
Does
does
it
it
make-
reduce the value of the woman in your eyes? Does it mean that the girl is loose or you're
Okay.
just a user? Yes,
Yeah.
something wrong with your drink. Something's wrong with my
we
water
need to
too.
more, we need to
No,
more,
no, so-
more,
Yeah, it's fine.
more,
So the-
you know,
the thing
vibration, innit?
So the thing about life is,
Now we're
as
going
you
live.
grow, no, as you grow
This is
older,
this sage
as you
speaking.
grow older, you see life
Differently.
You see life
Differently.
differently.
Touche.
right? In my 20s, if I met you on the first day, and
Oti lo far. The rest is history.
But now when you think about it,
Yeah.
it could be anything.
It
but-
could-
And then you now realize that it takes time to know people.
Exactly,
Let's be
yeah.
honest, it takes time to know people. But I think even if I'm 90, I won't be looking to smash on the first date though.
Okay.
And if you give it up on the first date,
Okay, so you're saying that morally, even
What's
for
in
men,
law?
What's
even
in
for
law?
men, it's not right, Abi. Morally, even for men.
so I think as a man, if you are meeting a girl for the first time and you're thinking of smashing on that day, something wrong with you.
Wow.
That means because that means you have no intent. That
Thank
means
you
you
for
have no
saying that.
intention.
Thank you for
Gang.
saying that.
You have
Yeah,
definitely no
let's-
intention
let's-
of taking it
let's-
further.
Thank
Yeah.
you for saying that because I wanted to reframe the question and make it be like consensual sex on the first date.
Oh, no
Yeah.
DDA.
Which is it's listen, it's
No, but I won't copy that one now.
no, but check this out. Listen, why is it the woman that's being seen as the hoe and the guy
No.
isn't being
Remember,
seen
I
as?
asked him, and
That's why I said I'm glad he said what he
morally,
just
yeah.
said. I'm glad what he said what
Yeah.
he just said. For a guy that wants to smash a woman on the first date,
There's something wrong with
there's
you.
also something wrong
There's
with
something
him.
wrong with you.
Okay.
You get me? But truth be told,
It also means that he has no plans of taking it further.
exactly. But truth be told, sometimes you meet people. Sometimes there are different stages in life, and not everybody goes that naturally. Meet you, get to know you, do this,
I
do
want to
this,
play
do
the
this.
devil's
You understand?
I'm going to
here,
come
though.
to you.
It's like, let me give you an example.
Okay.
It's almost like saying sex before marriage or sex after marriage. Or how long does it take to eventually have sex? 3 months after I meet you, a year or when. Because when you have the sex, you have the sex. You can have it on the first date and know that me and this guy, we have nothing in common. Or you can wait and drag it for 6 months, have the sex and realize, I wasted my time. Sex actually defines and expresses a lot to know what to do after sex. So you can put sex behind you and say, what can we do to have a relationship together?
Mr. Guerrero, do you agree with
I mean, what Gang just said, is it irrespective of the phase in your life? Because senior man here, rich uncle had to specify in his stages.
Because see, let me not lie to you. Can I be honest with you?
Please go ahead.
With what he said, it's easier now as older men to have sex than it was when we were younger.
Wait. Let's clarify. It's easier
Now
as a more matured man to meet a girl on the first day and have sex with her than when we were younger. In your 20s.
Okay, I think that's actually very true.
It's obviously true.
Okay. Mr. Guerrero.
Okay, but I'm just, this is just me playing devil's advocate, and I don't want, because I discovered when Richard was talking, everybody paid attention, and nobody
They're paying attention to you. Everyone's quiet.
You guys are paying attention to look for what to hold on to, like that, strangle me. But it's okay, I mean, it's all right.
That's slippery grounds you're walking on. Man. Slippery grounds.
Let me sleep.
I'll be careful with my
safe.
So gentlemen, I mean, just judging by what Gang is saying, are we also looking like sex is a return ticket? Like, okay, this is, I'm giving you relationship. I'm getting to know you. My gain or my profit or yield from all of this relationship is sex. Because now when he said something about getting to know people might be taking a while and stuff, in the back mind of somebody, I also do think that sometimes it depends on the quality of the person you are dealing with, which alludes to the fact that now that we are older men can have it easier than when we were in our 20s.
Correction, you don't join us. You are not part of us.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead. But go ahead. No, go ahead.
Older men,
Go ahead.
the way they are now,
Wow.
they can easily have it better than when they were in their 20s. But I also do think that sometimes it depends on the quality of the woman. Some women genuinely don't give a damn. First day, second day, something. I mean,
It
like
doesn't
you
matter.
said, sex is sex. What do you want to say?
So, just simple question. That girl there.
Yeah.
That one, just look at her.
Look,
Look at
there's
her.
a female in the
So
studio, by the way.
you guys meet up for the first time.
Yeah.
You have a nice conversation. I mean, how long does the normal date last?
I don't know.
Okay,
Let's say, hold on, let's just say max 1 hour.
Okay.
And then she says, let's go back to my house, gonna smash. How would you say that tomorrow? Honest answer.
To be very honest. And again, like, before I answer
you
this,
need to answer.
how would I say her tomorrow? I don't think she would devalue in my face. And here is why.
okay. All right.
And here is why. I already said something. I didn't even know you were going to ask me that question. I think it does depend on the quality of the person you're dealing with.
But you can't find that quality.
Some
of
of,
the
no,
man.
I'm saying the person you are. I'm saying somebody you are dealing with. No, when I say
There's a difference between one night stand
What can she
and
possibly
smashing
tell
a
you?
girl
Hold
on
on,
the first date.
what can
There's a
she
difference.
possibly-
But I'm not talking about
What
the
can you
girl.
guys discuss in 1 hour?
But the question is not about the girl. The question is about me. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not a question about the girl. It's not the quality of the girl. It's the quality of
Have you
me
smashed on the first date before?
as a man.
Yes or no?
Yes,
In
I
the
have.
past?
Yes, I have.
Did the relationship go further?
Yes. Yes, it did. And in fact,
Gang, you have to.
the same person.
No, but seriously, like,
Yeah, because this same again, like I said, when I said quality of the person, I'm not saying the girl.
so
I'm saying
what you're saying is that
let me
from experience,
let me just land on that threshold of argument. When I say it depends on the quality of the person, I'm saying the gentleman I'm sitting here with, because everybody has got life journeys and what they put into their mentality and how they perceive and see life from different faces and angles. It's like a spectrum. Sometimes it's not what you see that what you get. Sometimes people have some journeys that have toughened them mentally. I'm one of those persons. You know, I wouldn't say because one person now, she said something before we go on stage about judging book and cover or something. Sometimes you see a girl. I had a very good experience, and this is just being truthful. I've never been to a club before. I've been to a club just twice, and the two times was because the owner of the club insisted that the wife's 40th birthday had to be done in his club. One of them, so he was like, Judy, you're hosting. I'm like, okay, what? We did a church wedding of one of his sons, a big, club socialite here in Lagos, in a church wedding inside the club. Those are the 2 times I've been to a club. And in one particular, I saw one girl loosely dressed.
Out, right?
I saw one particular girl loosely dressed,
Well, what are you doing next week?
I don't know what I'm doing. I saw a particular girl loosely dressed. Gentlemen, no jokes. And only robe she wear. If she just put one robe, everything will fall. And later I discovered that she's an ED in a bank. I'm like, okay, what are you doing here? So sometimes I'm just saying that when I say it depends on the quality of the person, I'm not saying about the girl. I'm thinking about myself. And I allude to the fact that, yes, sex on the first date sometimes can diminish the quality of a woman. But I also do think it's the quality of the man in question.
So,
My
so
angle.
let's just use your
Nicely put
let's use your
together.
experience now. You're telling me that you went out with a girl first time, you smashed, and then
Not
you
now.
guys-
It's been long.
Yeah, okay.
It's been long.
When you're in the world, when you're in the world,
Clients, December is coming. It's been long.
No, so we're clear about
Okay.
that. So you went out with a girl, you guys smashed on the first date,
Yes.
and you still ended up having a long relationship.
Indeed.
Are you
Yes.
serious?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Indeed.
It happens. I think
Yeah.
John Legend and his wife too had that experience.
Indeed.
Because
Right.
see, like I say, I've said this on the show so many times. Sex, if all your relationship is based on sex, then your relationship is going to fail. You need to see beyond sex and know that it's just an act that happened.
Yeah.
And then what? That's why a lot of relationships fail.
It's one of the
You
many
get me?
things
It's
that you
one
can
of
get in a
many
relationship.
things.
One of.
It has its contribution and it has its value.
Fact.
But then at the end of the day, we've said it here, women control or give the access to sex.
Oh, they control it
You
100%.
get me?
100%.
So when the woman on the first date, you try to see how far you can go, and she's as human as you. As much as you want it that time, at that time she wants it as well. Women control themselves so much. That's why smashing on the first date is a big thing.
which
If
is
women didn't
it's-
control themselves, it would be
It's
very
interesting
common.
that you're saying this
It would be a
because
common thing.
our main topic tonight is tied into that. Are men biologically programmed to want to spread their seeds, which is still based on sex and situations and all of that. And we'll be doing that once we go on this quick break. When we return, we'll touch base on that. You can be a part of it. Just send messages via social media, and we will take it on the show. It's still the Black Table, the ultimate men's guide, and we'll see you in a bit. Are men biologically programmed to want to spread their seeds? Now, this is the main topic on tonight's Black Table, the ultimate men's guide. And it's an important conversation because earlier, like I said today, there was a conversation going on about how certain things happen with men and women, and most times men find it very difficult to control themselves, their urges, and all of that. And we looked at it on the biological level. Rich uncle, let me come to you first.
Yes,
Do you
go
not
to him
think-
first.
Wait, let me
Go
go
to
to him
him.
first because I'm sure he's got quite a lot to say. Do
Experienced
you
man.
think that men, physiologically wise, biologically wise, are programmed to want to spread their seeds? And there are reasons because it's scientific.
Define spread their seeds.
Okay, so let me quickly go into a bit of data that will help
No,
us.
just define spread their seed because I need to know.
So,
are we talking about
sex.
wanting to have sex all the
Wanting
time,
to have sex,
or
yes.
wanting to reproduce?
So yes, wanting to reproduce. So this says that
No, so
about
if-
50 to 100 million. So men produce approximately 1,500 sperm per second.
That's a lot of
That's
sperm.
a lot.
That's a lot of
And,
sperm, bro.
That's a lot of
and that's
humans.
that's a lot to. So
A lot of
if that
humans
sounds
in
like
waiting.
a lot, consider a healthy person can release 80 to 300 million sperm per ejaculation. So are we doomed?
No, so,
So because we need to talk about it biologically.
so let's go back.
Are we?
So if we go back to the question,
Yeah.
are men biologically,
Yes.
biologically
Yes,
programmed
Yes.
to want to spread their seed?
Yes.
I think everybody agrees to that. It's yes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Good.
Because we're higher animals, right? We are, but at the end of the day, that animal part is still there. We're animals. Like we share a lot of things with all the other animals, and I think aside humans, it will be hard to find other animals that practice monogamy. If we are going the
Yeah.
biological and scientific route,
Yeah.
True.
it's very hard to find animals that are monogamous. If we are animals, as we all know we are, the male,
You're an animal.
So
biologically,
So biologically,
no, but however,
there's a safe.
no, but however, we live in society.
Yes.
We live in organized society. There are rules and regulations, there are
Exactly.
guidelines, and that automatically should guide our
reduce,
conduct.
yes.
But if you take that out, once you remove that, all that goes
So men are biologically programmed to want to spread their
standard.
seeds.
Standard.
Okay. So
I think
Guerrero.
I agree. For the first time in a long time, no, there's no doubt about that. I agree. Cheers to
Have you
that.
spread your seed?
No, I'm not spreading anything.
Let's chase the
Can
game
you
one
leave
more
my?
time.
Can you
Don't
leave my?
cheers.
No,
seed?
you don't cheers water.
Can you? I don't care. Can you leave my seeds
let's
alone?
encourage the
Bad
man.
No, no,
But
I'm not
I
saying.
man.
I also do think that
Do you think
sometimes
you have illegitimate children?
it's a me. I don't have relationship.
Do you think you spread your seeds?
Have you spread your seed in
My
areas
royal-
where you are not sure?
My royal oats. I think it's also a question of discipline, right? Do you think discipline could have a role in this? You know, sometimes.
Are you asking me?
No, sorry. I'm asking the table.
Are you saying you are not disciplined?
I've been indisciplined for a long time. How did I make it to this show? You think I came here on principle?
Hey, God, I beg.
No, but in all honesty, let me lend my 2 cents.
Okay, let's hear you.
When you finish, I'll talk.
I have to disagree as everybody's agreeing to this statement. I feel men have been programmed to do so.
No, I don't
But-
know. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You said it, you indirectly said it yourself.
Nope.
Society's guidelines.
That's the
The way-
programming.
that's the programming.
If you remove that programming,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
We've
you
been
know what?
programmed.
Let's break
me
the
tell you what
table
society
tonight.
says.
Gang, let's break the table tonight, and I need everyone to be as honest as possible. If you didn't have what society allows, the parameters that society allows, if you could have as much women as possible,
most men will have multiple wives.
do you
Facts.
think
Facts.
you would take that choice or
Yes.
See, there's a reason
not?
why.
No, there's a
Wait,
reason why.
No, you must
Is it yes
answer.
or no question?
answering
You must
you.
answer. No,
It's
no.
yes or
No,
no.
it is.
a yes or no.
Okay, you know why?
It's
You
a
know why
yes or
I leave on this matter?
Okay.
When they ask me a
Okay,
question,
no.
you were there. You said
No,
no.
something.
Are you
Why?
okay?
No, because with my see, let me tell you
Okay,
why. Let me
let's
tell you
ask.
why. Let me know, like, see, if it wasn't for the fact that I married the woman that I married,
No. Let's
I'm
leave,
getting
let's leave
somewhere.
your partner
Okay.
out of
I will
this.
tell you that, Baba, I no go do this thing called marriage. I'll go deal on my own.
And
No, that's not
why
the
being
question.
on your own?
So-
That's not the
Are you
question.
spreading oats or not?
No, see, now, that's why I want you to understand something.
Okay.
For me, what I want you to understand is this. Women also have their own statistics
Of course,
that
and
allow
we're
them
gonna
to
get
be
there.
promiscuous. We come up with a lot of stats that justifies men doing all sorts of. Who are you spreading this seed with?
Wait,
Is it your
calm
fellow
down,
man?
Calm down.
This
calm
seed that
down.
you're spreading, is it with your
Calm
fellow
down.
man?
There's a reason. There's a reason why we're having this conversation.
Do you understand?
And the
We have
reason is
been
very
programmed.
simple.
Society has told us.
Wait,
Let me
Gang,
tell you, you're a
Gang.
Christian, right? And you were raised in a way that told you one man, one wife. That's why you have one wife. If you were a Muslim,
Are you sure
you would have
I
been
have one
raised
wife?
in a way to say you can have more than one wife. So it's that programming that has made you keep one wife. If
No,
you were,
Gang,
if you were
Gang.
raised in a Muslim family,
Gang,
you'd have been
Gang,
programmed
you didn't
differently.
answer the question.
So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Society has, let me not lie to you, before I got married, my friends sat me down and they said, listen, this is your time frame. I give you 5 years. At max, I give you 10 years to be unfaithful. And a lot of people just tell you, people were coming with negativity saying, a married man cheats. They will tell you a married man cheats. And I kept on telling people, I want to be the difference.
The
I wanna
conversation is
prove
not about
them wrong.
cheating, no. It's not about cheating.
I know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's not
So
about
we
cheating,
are
no.
already there
No,
now.
I know what you're looking for.
Slow
down.
We are
Because
there
see,
now.
that is what we drill into a man's mind, that he can have multiple.
Okay,
so
guys,
he
let
not
me ask that
feels
question
like
again.
he's a man.
I'll ask you that question
Slow
again.
down.
So to answer Rich
Do you want to
Uncle,
go at it?
when I used to have multiple, it
That
has
didn't take long.
it has
That didn't take long.
I want to just step out of
It
the
has-
short
it has
for a while. Just
changed.
a little bit.
it has
That didn't take
changed.
You see,
long.
no, Macoles.
It has changed, and now I've realized that all I need is one. Do you want more than one woman? Voila.
Yeah, no, but so what I want to just ask is, how long did it take for you to realize your friends were right?
Maybe
That might-
25 years.
That your friends were right?
And my friends were right.
Yeah.
No, all that was an experience before I got married.
Gang, I'm going to ask you that question one more time.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I want you to say yes or
If
no.
I would have multiple wives,
No, we're taking out
Oaths.
religion. We're taking out religion. We're taking out
Society
demands or whatever. We're taking out everything. I am saying, as a man,
Yeah.
biologically,
Yeah.
if you had the opportunity to spread your seeds, let me make it politically correct. Spread your seeds. Would you? And you need to be honest.
because of the way I was programmed, yes. Because of the way I was programmed.
All right, thank you, gang. Thank you very much for the honesty.
But we can't separate-
We're getting back there.
We can't separate this from society and the journey of our tradition as well. It's difficult. I mean, I think by default, an African man, not even leave us with an African, a Nigerian man, a traditional Nigerian man, religion or not. Now we are not.
Okay, you know, all that talk. You know what? We'll take a quick break. Yeah. When we return, we pick up on this, and also we take some feedback on social media on what we've talked about so far. It's still the Black Table. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back shortly. All right, it's definitely cooking in the studio tonight. And before we went on a quick break, Mr. Babajide Guerrero here was giving us his take on.
I mean, indeed, I'm saying it's going to be tougher now, knowing that we have this traditional antecedents of having our fathers, spread their oaths around. And that's why some people in some villages actually look alike. They look alike. Without saying, so XYZ has this sibling from XYZ that you do not know. And it's so interesting that social media is now interesting that there's this particular www thingy where you can now find your family tree and all. Yes, there's this thing. I've forgotten how to. Yeah, you can actually find a family tree, different people from different parts of the world.
So there was something I wanted to say when Gang was talking, and I also feel it might help us contribute. So should men get credited?
Or do?
Okay, I was going to say do, but should men get credited for the fact that with all this biological pressure, a lot of men are still abiding by societal standards?
Oh yes, definitely. Okay. I mean, we just already said it now that if there was no society, I would have more wife. But the fact that there are some people who still sticking to that gun, one man, one wife, religion or not.
Like you are, right?
Even though, yes, one man, one wife. Because, the person was saying that...
That is convincing, though.
I don't care
because
what...
There's a comment on social media, which I'm going to ask, but I want you to
I do not care what is convincing to you or not. But you do know that Gang also said, after his friend, before rather, he had, merry-go-rounded and done what and whatnot. He's now saying,
was Mazino part of those friends?
I'm talking about straight friends. Talking about my straight friends.
Mazi.
Anyways, it's okay. I'll leave it
to you. You set it up. I had to.
Mazino is our friend.
I had to.
He's our guy. We hang out a lot. Shout out to Mazino, by the way.
Top guy. Mazino.
Okay, so please, let's end it there.
For me, it's quite simple because I believe that men can. There's some women. Not everybody is destined to get married. Not everybody is destined to be a parent. You get me? And then some people need help. Sometimes men end up helping the higher population to satisfy them in certain areas. But because of how men see sex and how women see sex, it's two different things.
So we see sex differently.
Completely differently.
Okay, fantastic.
If you take societal standards, if you take societal standards and religious programming and all of that out of it, most men will have multiple wives. Yeah. Most men they will have women.
Is it multiple wives or multiple partners?
Multiple partners. Multiple partners, multiple children by multiple people. Because that's just biology. That's just
the
nature.
Biology of it, the nature. So because there's this saying that it takes about 30 men to populate the entire world.
But at the same time, if you take away this programming that we're talking about, won't women also be engaged with multiple men?
Yeah, but I mean, yes, we know. But
so when that argument comes up, it always ends with, no matter how great you are as a woman, you can only have one child a year. All things being equal. If you're not having multiple kids, it takes 9 months. Yeah. That guy can every day of the week, every day, every day.
He can impregnate many women.
So we're talking about one guy bringing 365 different humans.
Yes.
But you at your best, one in 1 year. How do you want to compete?
As in, there's no competition there. No competing.
Just forget about it. And I think men don't get credit for being disciplined. Because every day they are fighting against their very nature.
Exactly.
Every day.
Oh, rich uncle.
No, but it's true now. Every day.
I will buy you another
every day. Every day. This is going to pass.
You look disciplined.
Every day.
You know what? I need to clap for you, men.
Yes.
Out there. The most faithful man in Lagos.
Thank you. Clap for the faithful men, not the ones that have lost their way.
Are we saying people drinking water have lost their way?
Huh?
No.
But how did anybody mention water on this table now?
Because why are you coming to the black table and drinking water?
What if maybe I've been having drinks all day? What if?
All right,
At your events.
Yes, maybe.
What kind of MC does that make you?
We're on TikTok right now, and a lot of
As
people
in,
are trying to connect with us. I can see Queen Nana and some other people were on TikTok trying to connect. Sorry, guys, we can't connect right now because the show is about to end. But before we take this any
Connect
further,
how like you are supposed to bring them in.
no, they're trying to join us live.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But before we go any further, let me quickly take the feedback on social media, and we've got just about 10 minutes to wrap up the show. The first message I have here is from Atrola, and it says, Olamide, Mr. Guerrero. Oh, Mr. We don't know if he is married because he will not tell us if he is married. That question has come up again.
When a man won't tell you,
Yes.
yeah.
He's thinking if he's married
All
or
right.
not.
So are you thinking if you're married or not?
Second comment, please.
your wife is watching.
No, but your wife is watching. How does she feel?
Second, I've said this thing before. I have no idea why you guys intentionally don't
This is
You
not
have no
us now.
idea that you're married.
Okay, he doesn't.
No, is that what you're saying?
He's saying he doesn't.
I know what the problem is.
What's
the problem?
This guy is a seed spreader.
A biological
A
man.
biological seed spreader. I'm telling you.
It's firing
He's
shots.
a farmer, a seed spreader.
So the next comment says, at Fonu, it says, guys, my business is on the verge of breaking up. My marriage is on the verge of breaking up. I cannot keep up with unnecessary inflated expenses. I had to let go of 6 staff members. I'm watching you guys from friends' house. This government I can't use that word on television, but it starts with an F. This government has F up gone. Okay, that's when we talked about the inflation situation, and of course
this thing we're talking about was just aviation.
Aviation,
We
yeah,
haven't even
and it's
touched on the
across
sector.
everywhere. So Ashade says, Olamide, did you say Babajide is married? Why this guy they do like
Because he's
this
eating
now?
in a lot of
Now,
ambiguity.
now too they
So
do.
marry, abi you marry.
And then there's question mark. Okay, please, you need to clarify this.
see,
thing.
But then again, you don't get wedding ring though.
You know, get wedding ring. You know,
Biological seed spreader.
At-
But they do
at
events, but you know
Benga
events,
says,
you don't want to tell us.
Me, I just want to greet you people, and help me greet Okpeo. Would really love to see her. Okay, that's for one of the
Join
producers.
TikTok live.
Oh, yeah,
You will see
after
her.
the show,
After
you
the
see
show,
Okpe.
you will
Yes,
see her.
Okpe is one of the producers of the Black Table. If you don't know, she's in the PCR right now.
Big things,
Mammary glands.
Okay, at Fire says this Renault. Sometimes I feel the man is jobless. Wow, lovely but not sexy yet. Men want sexy women, even the Renault that is talking. Okay, you know what? I think to a large extent, men don't always want sexy women.
Sexy
We
na
want-
snacks.
Yeah, we want
Sexy na
lovely
snacks.
women.
Exactly.
I think I agree with
I just
Renault on
want-
this one.
just
We want
want
lovely
snacks.
women,
Yeah.
pleasant people that we can have a
So I was,
great
I was talking to someone. I was
conversation
talking to
with.
someone earlier today, and she was talking about how she feels like her boyfriend is not this, that, and I was like, you don't understand that good character is part of men's
course, yeah.
love language. Like men will take good character over beauty any day.
Yeah.
Because he knows that biology will fail you.
Yeah.
That your beauty would fail you
Exactly,
ultimately.
yeah.
And he's stuck with.
Your personality, your character.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
So a man will take good character over beauty any day.
And just to finally add to this, you do know that for a fact that if there are 7 or 5 women walking and 4 of them are unclad, maybe skimpy, but you see that one that is wearing one gown that is full, that covers some
That's the one that's leave the imagination
That is
on
the
now.
one that you are wondering, okay, báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí?
But you first cancel the first 4.
You heard you're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, cha. You don't
Seed
go.
spreader.
Seed
You're giving
spreader.
No, that's not what I meant.
The plow machine. The plow machine.
I didn't mean it that way. You see how this guy quotes?
Yes, sir.
They got you.
It's evil. What I meant that he was saying was that, okay, like we are.
He didn't say 2 women. One is black, one is. He said 7. Seed spreader.
Cancel the first
I will
4.
plow this one.
Why
The word I mean by counsel is not what God.
Babajide Guerrero is. And Arietta says, sex it's a choice made with consent, clarity, and respect. It's part of your journey, not something to be ashamed of. I had sex with my now husband on the first date, and we are 10 years and 2 kids.
Good for you.
Later. That's a great story.
Good for you.
Nice
Cheers to
one.
you guys.
And
Cheers to you
Tolake
guys.
says there's absolutely nothing wrong with having sex on the first date if both parties are consenting, are down for that. So
So
she's
I'm
not
not
a
a prostitute.
prostitute.
So my problem with
And
that,
Glory,
my problem with that line of thinking is okay.
Consenting.
So yeah, okay, both parties are consenting. It's fine, right? It's okay. That's good. But how many sex on the first days are you going to do before you
great
find
stories.
your?
Yeah. But I think he answered that
The
based
bone
on
of
the
the
quality
bone.
of the person.
But you still didn't marry the
Yeah.
person now.
What
does that tell you?
Glory says that you people's problem, nah, shebi it's your seed you are spreading around. Spreaders, Oshi. Hey, gosh, I shouldn't have read this. So this final one says, so Olamide, help us ask Gang, has he proved himself wrong? Gang,
What have you
question mark.
done?
What have
How
you
long?
done?
Oh, you're helping
How
them
are you?
to ask me.
Yeah.
No. It says,
Now,
so Olamide,
listen.
help us ask Gang, has he proved
us ask
himself
Gang. That's what-
wrong?
please
Have you
Now,
proved yourself wrong?
All things will be revealed next week right here on the Black Table. So watch out for next week's episode. It's going to be hot.
We know what that means. We know what that means. We know what that means.
Exposure gone.
Exposure.
Not
hunger.
just seed spreading,
Okay.
planting, harvesting, the whole bag.
Planting and vesting.
Yes, so
Wow.
reaping and sowing.
Reaping and sowing.
On point.
Wow.
Next Friday,
Do we have more comments, please?
So because we have some comments on TikTok. I can't seem to access them. There are a lot of comments on TikTok, by the way. I can't seem to access them. Sorry, guys. We've got about 5 minutes left to
get
go.
out of
But
the
before
studio.
we do that, we usually have a ritual that it's not a fail. It has to be done. It's called Just a Tip. And of course, my man, Babajide Guerrero.
No way, man.
It's
I'm
going to
not
be giving
giving
us
just the
just
tip
a
now.
tip tonight.
So here's why you
Yeah,
should have
you
to
should
do
give
it.
us
No,
the
but
tip.
here's why you have to give us the tip, because we already know you're a seed spreader. You are good at canceling things. So just take the troll.
you're coming from an event. You've seen the clad and unclad. All join.
Take the troll. It's okay.
Today will be the first day that I've decided that I won't be saying so much on this show going forward. So when I do sign language, no disrespect to my people with special abilities. I think my just a tip will be, it's becoming to that ember time of the year. Please drive safely. Look after yourself. Do not drink and drive. Enjoy life. And above all, have fun.
And he's not talking about moto.
Wait, hold on. So,
I will not let these people disgrace my just the tip. This other show will end.
No,
Please close the show. Allow me to close the show.
No, but what do you mean
Allow
by
me to
what do
close
you
the
mean by
show.
enjoy life? Define enjoy life.
Enjoy life. Enjoy
Drive
life.
safely. Use protection.
All right.
Drive
So,
safely when you're
on
going
this
home.
note,
When you're
I would like
going
to
On this
say
note,
thank you,
I accept
Babajide
your
Guerrero.
thank. I
It's
accept your
nice to
thank.
see you again.
Always a pleasure, my good brother.
So don't be
No
a
handshake for
stranger.
this man.
Don't be a stranger.
I will not be a stranger. I will not be.
Choco.
Seed spreader.
And of course,
If you
my
see
man
7
Gang,
girls,
thank
just let's
you.
cancel 4.
Yes.
You go see the one we went down.
The one I didn't
Wow.
say cancel that way, but it's okay.
You said cancel though.
I didn't mean
You said
like
cancel.
cancel.
You
said
said
cancel.
Like,
yes,
cancel,
cancel,
cancel.
like mentally you zone out from those other people. You know what? I'm not even going to say
After
that.
you finish
Good night,
with
Africa.
Hold on.
All
Cheers.
right, guys, it's
So
been
you're telling me
such
that
an
if you see
amazing
7
edition
girls,
of the
7
show.
scantily clad girls. Now the one we went down, you
And we have to go now.
Come on, Baba. I know the why.
Thank you, gentlemen.
No,
Thank
why.
you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching. It's been a beautiful show. Remember, the darker the nights, the brighter the stars. It's
And
the
the
Black
better the
Table.
seeds that you
and
spread.
the better the seeds you spread. We'll see you
And the
same
seed
time,
spreader.
same station next week. To have a beautiful weekend. Good night.
The biological seed